The unflagging and heroic captain, the dauntless captain of righteousness, the formidable and unwavering captain, the fearless and stalwart captain. Of the top 3 ranked harbingers that possess power equal to that of the gods, one seemingly stands head and shoulders above the rest. Rightfully taking the rank as the rumored strongest being in teyvat, it's Il Capitano. But who or what is the man behind that suit, and just how did he become so goddamn strong? And one personal note before we start, is he really the strongest being in teyvat? If that's the case, then why doesn't he just jump up to Celestia and just snap all their necks, and just end his whole charade? Why are the Gnosis so important? Is this really a problem that just can't be solved by pure strength alone? Or is he rather the strongest human in teyvat? I mean, strongest being? You're telling me he's stronger than... the primordial one? A progenitor god hailing from beyond the stars? I don't buy it. Anyway, enough about that. Capitano's fellow harbingers describe him in their own sorta interesting way. Child gushes over how strong he is in battle.
I've seen him in battle before, and oh, what a sight it was. Perhaps I'm ranked too low for him to notice me right now. Well, he may not recognize my strengths yet, but one day, I'll show him what I'm made of.
This should put to rest the idea that Capitano is playing a role akin to King in One Punch Man. For those that have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, well, shame on you, first of all, but anyway. In the Commedia dell'arte, Capitano is a character who is well renowned for his accomplishments, with the caveat, however, that they're all made up. He's a liar and a coward despite the fact that his reputation is one of honor and courage. Moving on to Scarabunch, he provides 2 important pieces of information regarding the captain.
The ever-righteous captain. The brave and fearless captain. The nigh-invincible captain. Even my mechanical ears demand maintenance after listening to so many compliments from the members of the Fatui. Don't you think that possessing absolute righteousness is actually a latent danger? And that's without taking his great personal strength into account.
So once again, Scaramouche reiterates the captain has great personal strength. More interestingly, however, is he describes the captain as having absolute righteousness. For the derp among us, this suggests the captain has a strong sense of justice and a likely unwavering commitment to moral principles. So all the information regarding the captain can be summarized as such. He is strong, very strong. He's an ordinary mortal by Grandmaster Varka's assessment. He possesses absolute righteousness according to Scaramouche, and he has blue eyes per the Fruit Cup Mika. Now that's wrong. I don't know if they're doing like that. He has blue eyes, according to Mika. So with that said, let's start off by addressing the idea that Capitano might be a skeleton, an undead king of sorts who can wield entire armies of the dead. Stop right there, stop it. Oh. What's this then? You know, I was going to try and refute this idea with Mika's story that states the captain had glowing blue eyes, but look at this image I just found. Huh. Butter me up sideways and stick a rod in me, I'll be damned! Anyway, I'm going to try and work under the assumption that Grandmaster Varka is correct and the captain is just an ordinary mortal. However the hell that's possible. Being mortal and sitting in a suit of armor, plus possessing a strong sense of justice, obviously lends credence to the most popular theory that Capitano is the other mortal sitting in a suit of armor who also possesses a strong sense of justice. The Bloodstained Knights. The Bloodstained Knight, for those unaware, was a knight of Favonius who was mentored by Signora's lover, Rostam. At this point, he was simply known as the White Knight. From an early age, he was obsessed with justice instilled into him by Rostam. Eager with a sword and fixated on the idea of killing as many perpetrators of injustice as possible, he quickly began to lose himself, becoming stained with all the blood of his enemies. Hence the title, the Bloodstained Knights. One day he had saved a lady from being killed, and her reaction was pivotal in what he'd do next. Instead of being grateful that she had been saved, she ran in horror from the Bloodstained Knight, fearing he too was a monster. It was at this moment it dawned on him that his convictions had led him to become the very monsters that he was killing. Thinking he had no place in this world, he headed over to Conria, which was currently embroiled in a bloody cataclysm, and quote, died in battle in the monster's lair. Deep in the abyss, the Bloodstained Knight's timepiece was no longer working, and it was here he learned the truth of the world, stating that, quote, the ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, and Celestia was turning its inhabitants into monsters. As such, he pledged himself to the abyss, and hasn't been heard from since then. I mean, we can see the parallels. They both like justice. They both wear black suits of armor, and they're both strong, but there are some problems. The less apparent one is the Bloodstained Knight is hinted at having red eyes if the artifacts are to be believed. But let's address the most critical point, which is that the Bloodstained Knight died? Kinda, but not really. It states he died in battle, but then suddenly found himself at the deepest depths of the abyss. It could be he was revived by the abyss. I really don't know. I mean, barring some metaphorical bullshit like, oh, his spirit died, or oh, the suit of armor died, but he kept going on here. It sounds like he just died in battle and found the truths of this world at the bottom of the abyss. I mean, who knows? Maybe he is Ghostface after all. But why then doesn't the text speak of any sort of revival? And if he is currently just oh my god. Bro, what if he's just a skeleton and the reason he went to Natlan was to like revive his full self? Oh my god. I just went off script, bro. It just suddenly hit me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He wants to revive. Oh my god. I mean, fuck it. I'm sticking with that now. He's not fully resurrected, and that's why he's going to Natlan. I mean, right now, even if he is some sort of just like skeleton or ghost donned in a suit of armor, can he even be counted as an ordinary human like Varka said? Really stretching the definition of the word ordinary mortal, but who am I to judge? I mean, this could explain why he wears the suit of armor though, just to like keep his true self hidden, because as even Varka noted, he doesn't want anyone uncovering his past. It's kind of like if anyone watched the original like 2003 Teen Titans when Slade was like revived, but he wasn't fully revived, and that's why he made the deal with Trigon, because he was just like half a skeleton underneath and he wanted his full body. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm cooking right now. I'm cooking. It might be llama shit, but I'm cooking. The third major difference between the two is that the Bloodstained Knight serves the Abyss, whereas Capitano serves the Fatui. The Fatui and the Abyss don't really seem to be on good terms, but if there's anyone who could lure someone in from the opposition, it's the greatest hustler on planet Earth, Pyro. Being from Conria, he could have leveraged this against the Bloodstained Knight, telling him he has a grand plan to exact the ultimate justice against the heavenly principles. I mean, look, the way I see it, what are the odds that there are two separate knights who both love justice like it's crack, and who both are very strong and both wear black suits of armor? I mean, it can't be that high. I mean, but also, side note, maybe he is going to revive Senora due to his close connection with Rostam. Who knows though. One other theory regarding Capitano is that he's the Pyro Sovereign. I mean, maybe he is. We don't really have much info to go on, and honestly, I think the best course of action for Capitano is that he's neither the Bloodstained Knight nor a sovereign, but just some regular nigga named Larry who just saw the current state of affairs in teyvat, put his hands on his hips and went, well, this is some bullshit, and just did like 100 push-ups, and here we are. But seeing as Hoyo is far too unimaginative for that, then yeah, he's probably the Bloodstained Knight. I think the most likely scenario as it stands is that the Bloodstained Knight went in to fight Conria, and died in the Abyss, was revived for fuck knows why, but the revival broke halfway through, so he wasn't fully revived, and that's why he's going to Natlan to fully revive himself, learned the truth of this world, pledged allegiance to the Abyss, and was poached to the opposition by the swindler master himself, Pyro. I guess we'll find out in a year if I am correct.